States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Did everyone get a copy of the minutes and the financial report that Jennifer emailed out?
Yes, I'd like to make a motion that we pass the minutes.
I'll second.
All those in favor? Now, do I have a motion to pass the financial report? Did you want to talk about it?
Yeah, just a sec.
Sure.
My ink pen's not working. This is the way my TV's.
It's probably frozen.
Well, hopefully not. It was in the room. Okay. Ellen and Jay. Okay. Let's- Okay. Okay, total vouchers was $14,671.45. And our total funds for the year end of 2025 was $438,141.08. So with the extra, I've actually moved around everything like we talked about last month and balanced out. Everything was good. And I've closed the year and I've already got it sent in to the State Board of Accounts. So.
Anything else, Jim?
Yeah, we have Bruce's agreement for this year to sign and pass, so.
So to have a motion to approve the financial report and pay the vouchers as read.
I'll make it.
Do you have a second?
Or second.
All those in favor? Did you have any other report that you needed to do, Jen?
No,
Okay. Is there any old business that we need to bring before the board? Okay.
Can I, because on the financial report, there was a payment to, somebody at the North Pole. Have we locked them in for next year?
oh,
Not yet. Okay, I just know that he's in high.
Yes. Particularly that second weekend in December. So
Do you have a date that you want on that? Here you go.
Calendar.
Well-
This is like an contest.
yeah, really. It only goes to June.
If I flip it.
No,
Here's
that's all.
December.
Yeah, I got another year.
26. So I would say it's probably 13th each year.
Yeah. Okay, we'll shoot for
Do
December.
you want on Saturday or Sunday? Saturday.
December 13th. Right.
Good to see you.
See if it's
Available, okay. We will confirm that date. That's a tentative date, December 13th.
Okay. Believe it or not, it's already 2026 and it's time to, we need to reappoint the board officers. Do you have a motion to leave the current president and vice president?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second that. All those in favor?
Anybody else interested?
Nope.
Nobody said the word leave, I thought.
If, way to go, man. Do good work.
That's good.
All right, now at this time, we need to, if he's agreeable and the board's agreeable, to reappoint Bruce Cisna as our town attorney. Do I have a motion?
Wait, see.
Yeah,
He's
he already gave us his thing.
already here.
I have it.
I can go home. I guess. We picked out a better place.
I make a motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll say.
All those in favor? Congratulations, Bruce.
You ran out of.
Jennifer, should we go ahead and sign that now?
No, I'll have it up here for you to sign.
All right, very good.
No, I got a line.
I thought we ought to do a quick review of, last year was a whirlwind when it came to accomplishments. There's a lot of, we had a lot of little wins, a lot of great big wins. But one of the biggest is sidewalks, thanks to Alan and Jennifer, because I know Jen on the back end doing all the reports and all.
Okay.
I talked to Tara.
Remind me to tell you something after the meeting.
I talked to Tara yesterday and she's very pleased. They had another engineering meeting today. So it's going forth. Do you guys have anything on it?
We just got the utility, I know it's been, moved up a year. Yeah, we got the utility report right now. I just sent in our scoring for construction inspection. So as soon as Brandy sent me something back to correct, so I corrected it and sent it back to her before I came. So tomorrow we should get the okay, and then the next meeting or whatever. I'll just tell you, ranking, we had 3. We had USI, we had United Engineering out of Indianapolis, and it's called CTL Consultants, I think. I don't have it in front of me, sorry. But as far as the rankings, me and Ellen and Chad did, USI came out ahead. So once we get the okay, you guys can approve USI, or you can approve or tell me that USI is good to go with if everything's good with the NDOT tonight.
Okay. What was it about utilities?
I got a report about utilities, and that's where I seen it says it's moved up, because there's, the only conflict they have was with Spectrum. So, yeah.
Okay.
Because Spectrum's supposed to have got a hold of them before they, because then I called Spectrum because NDOT, they were supposed to get a hold of Luke, and they're supposed to get a hold of Mitch to coincide to make sure, because Luke said they have like a bad habit of going ahead and doing stuff and saying it'll be fine, but there's just a few conflicts, and it just said that they were working it out. It doesn't tell me what conflicts, I just get like a
Yeah,
report.
We never get these sidewalks. I don't want them digging them up.
Yeah.
There's no Spectrum on.
Yeah, so I'm sure it's whatever ran down that side. But
Oh,
even if it ran down this side, you know, they're getting ready to redo that side, so I don't know.
Another thing, so when we had that preliminary meeting that we came to at the park there, I think, was it Matt Williams was there from, the sewer. Or maybe Real Water, I'm sorry, Real Water. And he said there's 2, open lines there at the park that may need to be closed out, because if not, it could create an issue in the future. And,
I just got it like right before I came, so that's why I was like, but I'm gonna look real quick.
okay, he brought that up, and he said it's something that we might want to look at, because I think it's gonna cost us money though to shut those.
Well,
lines.
from what I understand, there's no utilities that should interfere,
Okay,
but hold on, let me look. I can't remember
he thought that there were.
which guy
2
sent it to me.
We may need to look at.
Yeah, but we want water for future possible restroom.
Yeah, but where these were at, I don't know. He said
Oh,
that,
So because you were too
he
busy.
might want to come to one of the meetings and explain that, because,
He's so much better
You did good.
I would think the engineers would investigate all that.
Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to, I get so many emails from
Right.
so many different people.
because they would get with Rio and what.
I'm like, who's the person that sent me that?
Anyway, something to look at.
Well, I have the report. I just can't remember which one from you. I sent it to me. It's just like, oh, here it is. Not that one. Yeah.
The way it looked at Frio Water, those are replacing all the lines, aren't they?
Not here.
Not here.
They're on the old existing 1964 lines.
Oh,
It's what they're after. And these were in the 90s.
Oh, here it is. Okay. I'll tell you exactly. So AT&T says current stage is work plan. So, and it says relocation required. That's to be determined. Center Point and Luce Township, we don't have to relocate anything. And it's in the work plans. Rio Water has the work plans in, but it's determined if we do have to do anything.
okay. To be determined.
Yeah. The initial was we shouldn't have to do anything. But then I just got this like right before I came. And oh, I take that back. It wasn't Spectrum. They don't have Spectrum on here. It's Giga, our watch.
Yeah.
That's
that
got
makes sense.
conflicts. And then Southern Indian Power, they gave the notice. They haven't heard back yet. Does Southern Indian Power go all the way up this way? I feel like it stops down there, doesn't it?
I'm not sure.
Where's that from behind the ballpark?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I know it goes over to the ballpark. The parking lot is, well, part of the parking lot, Southern Indiana Power, and the other Center Point.
Oh, yeah, the one. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the one. It says the analysis had conflicts, so.
But at least Rio Water is aware, or they're aware.
Yeah, it's already in the plans. They've already got work plans. The only one is Southern Indiana Power and Watch that they'll be waiting for.
What would that have to do?
Routing lines. It's sidewalks, because they're doing sidewalks on this side.
You're talking about REC, right?
Pardon?
Yeah,
I'm thinking
But
REC
this is-
is out just on the edge of town. It's
yeah.
not-
That's, I don't know. They said the initial notice, but yeah, because it's in town, they have to get a hold of all the utilities that's in town. And we're starting here, so, yeah.
So, but, and then we had good luck with our pickleball court, thanks to Ann.
Yep,
And so how you coming on here?
we've got $3,423 raised, and then Nathan's got that grant.
Yep.
That he got approved from Alcoa, so once he does his workday, from Alcoa, then that grant he was awarded will give us $3,000.
Oh,
Yeah, so.
So how much what are you shooting for? Sure.
We need like close to $13,000. I'm gonna bump everything up a little bit. For the fencing, lighting is about 6,500, and then the little sidewalk is 1,500.
All right.
So anyway,
So when do you need it by?
like if we had it tomorrow, I would be.
Happy as a clam. So you're, right now you're about 7 short.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. Then I wanted to give everybody a quick update on our grant situation in the medical complex. Right now, it's in the engineering and associated engineering out of Madisonville, Kentucky is doing it. And it's, the gentleman's name is David Lamb, and he works both states, does a lot of government. What he's doing right now is he's working with Bruce, and they can help and getting the site laid out, because we'll make sure the drainage is done properly. That's the big concern. because you're gonna have tremendous amount of square footage that's gonna be under roof, along with the asphalt driveway and all. And we don't want any of our neighbors to have swimming pools. So I was in contact with him today. He's working on that. And Bruce is finishing up the legal pieces of it, consolidating all the parcels in together. Then it'll have to be approved by the state. It's gonna be a step process, but it's moving forward very well. Nathan helped said it's going on. He's very pleased with it. Lamb's very pleased with it. But and thanks to Randy, we may have another medical provider that's interested in coming in as well. And so it's about 80% occupied now, which I think is tremendous.
Wow.
And they're looking to have it open by this time next year. It's gonna take about that long. Because you're dealing with the grant, and as Bruce knows better than I and Jennifer in there, when you go these grants, you gotta check boxes. And so but it's moving along pretty good.
Good.
So I just want everybody to be aware of that. Pretty much that's everything on the plate. I think everybody needs to keep Terry Sarver in their prayers. He's fighting some battles right now. Terry does a lot for the town. He's gonna go to Anderson, I think, next month. So we'll just remember him. I had a complaint filed by a resident, and it's property here in town. It's a rental piece of property, which allows us to segue into Randy Baines bailiwick. The parcel number is 74, and the last 3 digits is 045. And it's here in town. Randy's aware of it. I've talked to Bruce about it, and I'm gonna turn it over to you now, Randy. So,
On that one particular property, I did go by there, this evening again. I've been by there a few times, and in and out, with a lot of promises made. And so, I actually put most of our tag stickers on, so it's become official. They're gonna have to deal with it in 20 days, because you have to give them a time frame. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, Bruce, I'm assuming you have to give them a time frame. And, everybody else we pretty much have given, they have 20 days is what the time frame was. From starting today.
Then if they object to that, then it goes to the board, going to the board.
Yes. And I did personally talked to them before when the weather was warmer. And there was promises, and unfortunately they have not fulfilled most of the promises. So that's why I started tagging. So I was invited to come back when some men were there, because this evening the men were not there. And so I'll do that. And I have sent different letters out to the property owner. We don't have any luck with them at all, the property owner. So I think the resort is to go back to the renter.
The property owners ultimately wants alternate liability.
Yes. They won't have any luck with them whatsoever.
and it's caused a lot of problems with the neighbors. But I got a formal complaint, but I've had 3 or 4 other complaints from people as well. There's just a lot of issues going on.
Why can't we go after the owners?
We do.
That's what we need. So Bruce, do we need a motion to move forward?
Not necessarily, because it's a direct violation of the ordinance.
And we already gave him permission, a couple of,
You can
to-
you can give a directive to put emphasis on that, but other than that.
right.
Because they also have a structural issue going on in the home.
Mm-hmm.
So my thought process on that is possibly, because I don't have any luck, they don't respond to anything I send. My recommendation to the board would be to have possibly a legal letter drawn up, send it to the property owner with the concerns that we have. With a specific time.
I'll be happy, yeah, I'll get with you, you give me a list of what you think the problems are, and I'll fire that off to them.
And that would be one. Could make the,
And that will start basically, that should start, and then if he wants to challenge, you know, in a letter, we'll let him know that,
How long he has.
yeah, how long he has, and then if he disagrees with that, at that point, he has to go to the Board of Zoning Appeals.
Yeah.
Should he choose not to go to the Board of Zoning Appeals, then we have in effect exhausted our administrative remedies, so we can go to court. But before you go to court, you have to exhaust your administrative remedies, or their administrative remedies going to the Board of Zoning Appeals. Okay.
Yes, we had other complaints on this property. This is the first time we really had it.
Because
That's why
if he disagrees with what
Yes.
you said or I said about the property, that's who he goes to say those two guys are all wet and wrong. And here's why. And then the Board of Zoning Appeals can overrule.
So I'll get a Bruce after.
The Board of Zoning Appeals either agree with us or agree with him.
All right, so Randy, do you have a report?
I did.
Okay. I'm sure you did.
So everybody should have a copy.
Yes, sir.
And the highlights of this, I won't get into the specific addresses or anything like that, but we do have that one on Maple. And Mike completed on it. We should have some kind of an invoicing
Yeah, we have two.
or
We have two.
two.
Uh-huh.
So we're have to make a determination on how far we're gonna push that. We're gonna just go ahead and automatically put liens on the property, or what we're gonna do in that circumstance. How much was the charge?
Oh, I think for both of them, it was like 260. It was like 126.
So it's not outlandish by any means.
Right.
Are there any outstanding circumstances as to why these people aren't, are they
They're not
in the
there.
hospital or they?
No, not that I'm aware of.
No, it got foreclosed on. It's like going through the legal auction process.
And then we have to, as we've discussed many times, and the town itself has to make the position that we're gonna go ahead and start following these liens on.
I would say that 260 or whatever goes on a lien.
But that's gonna be expense to us as well. Right, Bruce? If
How
we go
much
file,
expense is it
there's
to
a cost
file a
involved with
lien?
that.
To get a small claim, then you've got probably, I don't know what
It was like $97 at one time when we checked into it. That's the least amount we could possibly get by on. That's we did like a small
Yeah.
claims filing.
And we'll-
So the circumstance, we actually have another one down here that was out here on 161 that supposedly is gonna work out. That was the one we talked about the last time, is what, several $100s. And they are stepping up because the circumstances arose. They want to start taking care of the problem, financial problem, because we sent a letter out saying if you don't reimburse the town for their labor and everything, then there's gonna be a judgment filed against the property. And so they stepped forward on that one out here on the highway, and are gonna pay.
From this foreclosure, you think it's worth waiting? My only thought is if you wait till springtime, if this keeps stretching out.
That's what I was wondering.
Because it's-
Like-
Yeah, and I didn't agree to do that, since most of it seemed to be taken care of at this point. The grass isn't growing, it's not gonna be a big problem right
Maybe
now.
wait till-
It's
The
clean
other
up.
one down here, 161, was a little bit different circumstance, that's been ongoing for a long time.
Yeah, it's way.
And we spent a lot of time and effort.
We're gonna have to clean it up again and again.
No, I'm just saying, like, you spend the money and you file this lien, and then in springtime, we start mowing the grass, and we file another lien. Each time you're spending more money,
Yes.
filing more
Yeah.
liens.
Is there a
Yeah.
timeframe where we could just keep adding
2 years,
to you?
2 year statute of limitations.
Doesn't matter if it transfers ownership.
It does matter, and if it's in foreclosure, it's one of those situations that the lender is not totally in control yet, but the
Right.
former owner, not either. I mean, he's out. The lender's in the process of
Taking it back.
taking them back, but they're not really in control yet until it's offered for sale through the foreclosure process.
So how long, like if they've already been to court How long does it take for it
If
to
they-
go on?
Well, then, once they gets the judgment, usually they give them 30 days, yet they have 30 days to file an appeal on that.
Yeah, they
Uh,
got the judgment
and-
a while ago.
Okay, if it's been more than 30 days, because then, now these foreclosure sales are run by a company. They go from county to county. to county.
Right.
And, so when our rotation comes in for Spencer County,
Yeah,
probably,
because I know it was sent to the sheriff's office, but I haven't
Yeah.
seen it posted in the paper yet, so I
Right.
didn't know how long
but
that.
the sheriff's offices and the counties now hire these companies
Uh-huh,
to run, it's technically a sheriff's sale,
right,
but they hire this company to run it for them.
right.
I
Yeah,
think
I
it
just
take
didn't know
up to-
how long it would
Basically take
take.
up to a year.
Theoretically, yes.
Well, what do you recommend?
I think that we probably need to check where it's at in the foreclosure process. If you say we have a judgment, do they have the foreclosure? Has the trial, or has the time elapsed, and they have a default judgment?
Right, that's
Yes.
what I wasn't,
I probably need to check the court records if they have a default judgment. And at that point, then we send it to the lender. But they won't pay it until they get it back.
right.
And that's one of the things that,
On Zillow, it says end of the auction's January 20th.
okay.
I was thinking it might be
Okay,
coming up.
so that's,
Is it the
that's,
auction or
Because
is that when?
The default judgment, I'm pretty sure they have that was over 300 some thousand,
yeah.
I forgot.
But I know sometimes the lender will just bid in what's owed the lender.
Right,
Sometimes the lender will sit back and see if anybody will come close to it and say,
yeah, because it
I'll
adds
agree.
all the fees and stuff for the judgment,
Yeah.
and I did see that.
So to answer your question, it could go to the sheriff's sale and the bank buys it back in essence. And then they start the whole process all over again because it didn't bring them enough return.
Right, I don't see.
So, it's not,
I mean,
I
it's
can
not,
see it in the
But if the
movies.
bank buys it back, then we can send the bill to the bank.
Yes. And
because
that's basically what we did this time here.
the theory of that is we help maintain their value. It's not it's not an extra. It was, they didn't get hurt by us putting it on there because we maintain their value. That's the theory. It's not like you did something unnecessary. You don't preserve the value of that asset.
So if the auction is the 20th, we should wait at least till the next month to see how that.
Well, you're in a position where if you have $120, this is just off the record, hopefully.
But I would go ahead and send the bill
Yeah.
to the bank, say, here, this is,
okay,
Yes, and that's what we've been doing. If we get to that point, we've been sending the services that the town has rendered to these properties to whomever party we know is
and
involved.
bank generally figures,
I can find
calculates
out.
that in at the sale, whether or not they want to try to.
So we can just send the bill to the bank and let it hold off on filing the lien. Is that?
Possibly,
us.
possibly.
Because, see, but the.
It's kind of on a
reason-
case-to-case scenario.
But see, and the reason is that the judgment was before our lien. And so that takes precedent. Anything
Right.
after that is you do it at your own peril. Until that they get an owner. So we may be in a little bit of a perilous situation, but it's my understanding, we've kind of taken the general position that even though we may lose a couple $100, it's worth it
Right.
for the maintenance of the rest of the town. But that's just the life of
Yeah.
those kind of things that sometimes you may do something that you're not gonna get reimbursed for.
And what we're discussing is mostly on foreclosure.
Yeah.
On the property owned, the personal property owned locations, it's a completely different circumstance
Yeah.
because somebody actually owns them, which brings us to the one on Walnut. The second one on my list here is talking about the Walnut. I've talked to the gentleman who's staying there, and I made 3 stops. One was right before Christmas. And anyways, the gist of this is that the owners are not local here. They have no way of contacting them, supposedly. So I gave them a deadline of February the 1st, that they have to make a drastic improvement on that property. And I tagged it. I tagged it, and they took the tag off. And I went back, put the tag back on again. I said, "You taking it? We tag it for a reason."
They did get permits and everything.
No,
So-
this is completely different.
Oh, which one we talking
This is
about?
down here.
He's talking about the second.
Oh,
one.
God,
yeah.
You had
I was like,
two
what?
on.
Yeah.
But the second one, that's what I'm saying, the second one, Walnut.
Oh, I was confused.
That's when it's kind of old and it's tagged, the tag there for the trash.
Um,
So that near they have the February 1st to make a drastic improvement on that property. Or, at that point, I think the town will levy a fine. And these are just some I just need to bring everybody back up to speed. This one then that's on, we just talked about on 161 with the no response, starts off that way. That was the one that they're supposed to take care of our fees.
And they've been invoiced.
They've been invoiced, they've been a response. I just emailed them just the other day as a reminder. And so they responded just promptly back.
Yeah.
And
Which one was that?
that actually,
The one on the highway.
it has a sign in the yard now for sale. So, something going on the very bottom down here. I made a suggestion that we have, something brought up and maybe our codes or whatever about dumpsters and trash and things like this here on these new builds. We don't have anything in there about that at all. Kind of goes back on the red house up here that was built, all the controversy we had about the trash blowing everywhere. We had a lot of new builds in town, so there's a lot of loose paper and just general garbage has been took out. They don't have a dumpster, it's gonna blow all over the place. The one builder that builds the new homes, he seems like he's pretty good about it. I suggested to them they'd either get a dumpster or a trailer. They've been bringing in a trailer. So I just want to make the town aware of it,
That we don't have an ordinance.
No.
On the,
nothing I've ever found.
so how do we get one?
We'll draft one up, you guys adopt it.
Because you're gonna have, the same thing's gonna happen when you have the medical clinic coming in here. Because now we're having builders come in that we don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bruce, can you draft a ordinance that new builds need to have, well, maybe not even just
I think
remodel, anything remodel.
Yeah,
So
you do that
Kathy-
one, Bruce. I don't know how to word it. I'm like, yeah, you do that one.
Can you back up just one
Sure.
step? 5965 West Adams. No, I'm sorry. 5856 West Adams.
That's one we're on.
Or I know, but see right above that, where he's right above your paragraph on that?
Yeah.
How's that going?
I stopped in there and talked to them also, and that I have it on their Taurus on that
Yeah.
property.
What are they gonna do with that?
It's plain.
No, I mean, what are they gonna do with the house?
I'm so confused where we're at. I ain't more.
It's staying.
Are they
Next
just,
to the last one.
because it's kind of stacked up in the back, there's a lot of.
I addressed that. with them.
No, that's a different
the one I
property.
seen. Chad and I talked about that a little bit earlier. And,
He's on 58, 56.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I thought he was talking about, never mind.
Yeah.
The other one. With the Taurus.
So I've been kind of catching some of these here in person. That's why, which I'll discuss this later, but Chad and I talked about another scenario, suggestion I had. Something I do not have on here, there was 2 basketball goals that were brought to my attention last few weeks ago. Not a formal complaint, just a note. There was 2 basketball goals that were sitting real close to the street. And I stopped and talked to the one homeowner. He's gonna move his back. The other one was not home for the 3rd time. I stopped her 3 different times. I've never called anybody. Situation. But I did tag it this evening and I left my card. And on the backside, I wrote a note. So we'll see. I think the one neighbor will talk to the other neighbors on the whole. So one gentleman was very cordial about moving it back, so they'll get taken care of. All the rest of these here, pretty much repetition of before. Just a reminder to our residents that they need to continue to address our weeds and grass. I know it's not growing, but it will be soon. And not to let their trash get ahead of them. Because it seems like we got a lot of accumulation of things. Such things like the vehicles, the campers, trailers, equipment, and non-operative and unregistered vehicles in particular will be tagged, and the offenses are subject to fines. So if that could be somehow brought about in written form, that would be great. And then that's really all I have to speak of. I haven't heard anything more from Sherry on our Ellen on our speeding sign, flashing sign. No, I didn't hear anything either, so.
I talked to someone at NDOT. I do know they, their grants that you can apply for.
As that comes, deals come through, right?
The ones you see around us
Like
right
them-
now, it's like NDOT got money specifically for that.
Uh-huh. I wonder how- what it takes to
Just
get.
like, I don't know, he didn't really tell me. He didn't tell me too much.
Mhm.
He acted like it was secret. But I do know that like all the new road signs and stuff, it was part of that NDOT got. So the way I took it, NDOT either got with the towns or whatever and placed them there, or placed them because of people complaining about speed and stuff.
Mhm.
So I don't know if
So
it's
do
gonna
we
go
need to
on
get a
for this
number
year.
and get a bunch of people to complain about speeding through Richland?
Well, they say the speed limit's so low now that they won't redo it, but I mean, as far as getting one, that was a last year's grant, this is a whole new year,
I was
so,
gonna say, that's my point.
Yeah,
The speed limit is
yeah,
slow there, but-
right. But I mean, it's a whole new year, so you
We can,
don't know if it
we can
was.
check into it a little bit more. And
Yeah.
see, I'll do some checking with it as well. I'll go to some of these communities and ask them how they did theirs. where it
Yeah,
came
that's
from.
what I was going to say.
I mean, I live on Santa Claus. I know we have one on each end of town, actually, too.
And most of like Rockport and Boonville,
I know,
that's where they
a lot of
put
these
them.
small, so
Yeah.
there's gotta be a way
Yeah.
Yeah,
to check into it, I hope, so. Anybody's watching out in the video world out here, if you have an idea. contact us.
yeah.
But that's all I
So,
have.
one quick thing, should we go on with the rental registration like we've done in the past? Or since we don't have many of them?
Yeah, we don't have very many enough.
Would we be better off to take our revenue and give it to Randy and let Randy keep pushing like he is? Because he's setting the ones that we'd be sending letters to, Randy's working on anyway,
We-
Right, and they don't pay.
and they don't pay anyway.
No, they don't.
So, and I think we'd be better, I think his in-person does more than anything.
Mhm.
I agree. And I
Well,
think-
and just so since I know we're being videoed, but Chad and I did talk about, I work a lot. And so I have a company car. My company car is leather. That is my transportation a lot of the time. So I asked Chad and, I've got ahead of myself. I asked Chad if it'd be possible for me to bring a vehicle down here, because I have enough vehicles that I could do this. It would cost town anything. Put it down here. We have our magnetic signs. I've gone around town with this vehicle before. Instead of using, because I got approached this evening when I went to one of the homes. And I get it, it's not a company, so I'm just John Doe coming up, knocking on the door with a little yellow sticker. And then if I could keep my company, my vehicle down here. And so I would come in town, park my company car, go get my town car, and go do my thing.
But he wants to keep it in the
But
garage.
I don't want to keep it outside because I've done this before and it's not worked out really well.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I told him, I said, I think it's fine, we need to get our playground equipment.
and it won't be today. It doesn't be today, it doesn't have to be 24/7. It's just an option.
You're-
But I don't want to leave it out
And
I
he
mean-
said he would leave the keys here.
Yeah, I leave the keys
So
here,
we
It's-
need
it
to
runs and
move
it does what it needs to do. I mean, these aren't junky cars, so they look nice, but I did this one other
I
time. it
think
didn't
your
work out.
presence does more than anything. I think the building inspector,
Pardon?
Yeah.
I think you're the star on the Christmas tree for this year in my books, so.
And we're gonna have a lot going on. And, and this comes back to, prior situations. They'll call your bluff.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not afraid to be called on bluff. But it makes it a little bit awkward when I show up in a totally lettered up car.
Right.
Oakwood.
Yeah.
I didn't call about the roof.
But it just so happened that, this happened to be somebody we had coverage with. Not a good thing.
Oh, that's.
Not a good thing.
Thanks, Randy.
But
So I
that's-
guess what we'll do is just forego send the letters, let Randy run.
Yeah, we'll just work on the ones we have and just,
It's the same old one.
yeah.
Well, speaking of playgrounds, how's that coming?
And that segues right into Parks and Recs, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that's.
yeah, so,
Could have swore it was gonna be done by the end of the year.
I know.
right. The pole is set,
We're not
we
running
just
any
need to set the spinner on top of the pole and then we're good. So, and Nathan's.
Do you want to be patted almost?
Yeah, I'm working man.
Did you take your pictures?
No.
Uh-huh.
Thought maybe you.
December's busy.
AI. AI.
Yeah, I know, ChatGPT, we talked about it. Just take a picture.
Well, December's really busy, so now that.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, weather did cooperate and then, yeah, it had to work.
Yeah, so, anyway. But, yeah, we're close. Christmas in the park went great. I want to thank, the Richland Methodist Church for allowing us to have the event inside the church because it was so cold. It turned out great. Thank you to, Santa, Cindy, Terry Sarver, Mona Damey, Diane and Ellen Jones, Mike Udasol, Dan and Sandy Kincaid, Ellen for your wonderful hot chocolate, and Antoinette Flamian, she was helped with some of the food, so it went really well. And we'll hopefully have confirmation of next year's event tentatively set for December 13th. So,
Chad and I talked about it, and Chad talked to Mike. Actually, Mike was gonna talk, getting different stuff to decorate the park or adding on. There's a few things that need to be updated.
Yeah.
And like we told him, if he needed to paint what we had,
Yeah.
just go get it because,
yeah,
and we're gonna try to add some more stuff to it.
yeah.
We try to get Mike, we know he's a handy man at woodworking, but I don't think he was too thrilled about our ideas. If Chad doesn't have to work 90 hours a week, he can get out there and him and his dad can make some stuff. So,
Yeah, that sounds great.
yeah.
Yeah. I know,
Just,
I've seen,
pep it up a little bit.
like traveling around and you see the neat Christmas tree lights. Have we seen that, like on
Yeah.
the pole where you have on like the different
Mhm.
colors and that kind of thing?
Did you
That-
see what happened at Newburgh for that?
No.
Oh, but they changed it. It got to stay up
Okay.
because one person, oh no, there's so many others that said that's ridiculous.
Well, it was.
Yeah. Well, it was at the veterans corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we've seen that. We've seen some snowmen that we would like to make and
Yeah.
paint and
Yeah,
put like alongside sidewalks. And
Yeah, I
we've
think
seen
that's
some
good.
stuff that would, I mean, we got a year, right?
So if we
well,
have some-
no, but now's the time to do it because there might be some things that.
Right, that's what we were talking about. Yeah,
So.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah,
that sounds great.
we would ask Nathan to help, it'd take him a year to.
He just had a little kid.
I know. I'm just teasing him, he knows that.
And you have a lot of electricity over there to power things up like lights and so forth?
Yeah.
There's a lot of electricity.
How about lunch pickup?
We could do like Christmas vacation and.
Yeah.
So where there's a power surge whenever. we
Yeah.
turn on things.
Because we get a lot of things off of this Temu,
Yeah,
and so they got some pretty good deals right now, like your license. You put them
Well, you
on
need
hold.
to order it now. to
Yeah.
get here by next week.
oh, well, most of it he's gonna make by hand.
Oh, wow, okay.
He's gonna cut wood and I'm gonna paint and
Yeah.
decorate.
Okay, moving on.
It's a process,
Okay,
a togetherness.
is the park going to have an Easter egg hunt?
Yes, so we're gonna have a meeting here in the near future, talk about some future goals, and we'll set that date for the Easter egg hunt.
While you say that, I got I haven't talked to her, but, Flowers, Joni, she's trying to coordinate like what Flowers is gonna do, and they wanna try to coordinate with the park.
Oh, okay.
Like if the park's having something or wanna do something,
Okay.
so they can kind of do stuff together
Okay,
with you. So, I'm gonna give her your email
yeah,
and tell her to contact you.
okay, yeah. that sounds
So,
good.
yeah.
Mhm.
So, and they're working like, they're gonna like do stuff on the website and try to advertise stuff. And
Okay, Yeah, that
so
sounds
I
great.
do know that they were advertising donations for the fence too for us.
okay, great,
Yeah.
great,
And that's all on the website and everything.
okay,
So,
awesome, that'd be great, yeah, we could work together and promote. each
Yeah.
other's events, so
yeah.
that sounds good. But that's all I've got for now.
Okay?
Yeah, speaking of flower shop, just try to get some free advertisement for it, but she's got her 4 vendor fairs scheduled. It's February the 7th, March the 28th, which would be right around Easter,
Okay,
September 12th, and November 7th.
We'll be having a trash can cleanup day this year.
I'm sure we will. Do you want to go ahead and establish that now? I mean, just,
I don't care.
I don't care. Whatever you want to do.
I don't know, when I was reading Randy's thing and I see people have, it still boggles my mind when you're going, they have trash and I'm going,
I know.
But this past one wasn't as much as the prior, right?
Correct.
So I didn't know if we needed to change it just a little bit, because of Mother's Day weekend and,
We didn't make 10 last year. Mother's Day would be less.
yeah. Chad's probably looking at his work schedule.
Oh, absolutely.
well, no, but
I was looking, when's Mother's Day?
May of 10th this year.
It was 11th last year.
Yeah. Last year we did Saturday before.
but what I'm saying is, if we know we got a town
the second.
cleanup
I did.
Come-
coming up,
We
can
can start.
Randy tell these people, can you like,
Well, we put signs out, we give everybody.
Your shoot pretty much went kind of door to door.
Yeah.
they, these people still have trash?
We wait to hire again.
Because they don't.
The problem is that they'll hold it, wait, you know, like. picking it up.
Yeah, now, I mean, I can put it on the website, I mean, to be prepared that coming soon.
Second,
I won't-
May 2nd. That works.
You wanna get off Mother's Day?
I think so,
Okay, May 2nd.
because we always go camping.
Okay.
And he always has to leave and come and then come back.
About May 2nd.
Okay,
Camping's a priority for me this year.
I just don't wanna wait till June. I did that one year and it was 9 years.
Yeah,
not a fun time.
So we're going
spring
to
cleanup.
trash day, we're going to say is May 2nd.
Yeah, May 2nd.
7 to 10, that's what
Yeah, that's what,
Bo Sucker wants, because he said by the time he gets over there,
before they
and
close.
who knows if the Blue Bridge is even gonna be open.
Come on, come on.
Oh, ugh,
Surely,
yeah.
oh, the one thing though about the town pickup days, I did have a resident say last year, whenever we were handing out flyers, that they would suggest maybe that we give residents a little bit more time to prepare. So get the word out a little bit sooner than.
That's why I thought if we did it now, surely. they-
I mean, we do it 2 weeks. We used to do it the week of, and then we got complaints
If you
for that.
We could
If
write
you
it
do
on
it more
board,
than
so
2
everyone
weeks,
watching can see it.
people will totally forget.
Oh,
How
good
about
idea.
if I get Alyssa to post it on that
Uh-huh.
town?
Yeah, because a lot of people is on there.
As long as they don't just stack it up, then, you know, that's what worries
Well,
me.
they're stacking it up.
Can we say,
Yeah, but it's the
just-
same old, it's the same old group.
what if we?
It's not the 95%,
Yeah.
it's the 5%.
I was gonna say, what if we say we are currently planning?
I mean, we
Or,
can-
I hate to say specific date and then it's
Well, like
stacked
last
up
year, we
to
didn't
their,
have a lot of garbage. We didn't have,
No, we didn't.
you know what I mean? No, or projection TVs, which was nice.
They're not gone. right?
Yeah.
We'll wait to put it out until maybe like March.
Yeah.
yeah, spring.
I don't want to insert Randy. I want Randy to keep firing off.
No, but what I'm saying is, you can tell people,
Mhm.
Yeah, if something comes up,
we
say,
have a
well,
trash pickup
yeah.
day, why are you hoarding this?
I did have people asking, about the fall when we didn't have, why we didn't have it. And I said, well, because of budget, you know,
Yeah,
because you people cost us a lot of money.
yeah.
Well, we really didn't have a whole lot. Came back.
Yeah, I know, but you know,
Yeah.
You know, I think of all the things Randy did last year, and he did a tremendous amount, but I think what he did when the house over here that they remodeled, and you got on them so hard about a violation of codes and all, and when they made the statement, I'll never come back here and buy a house again, I thought, you're doing the right thing. To me, that's what you need. We need to build a reputation where it's so tough, they don't want any part of it. And because that way, that does more than all the letters and stickers in the world of it. Make it where it's so bad, they don't want any part of it.
Well, we're just asking them to abide by the rules and regulations. We're not trying to make it
I was
difficult.
gonna say, we're not making it bad.
No, we're not making it difficult on them. It's just that, you know,
and they
it's
were
not a
out,
Wild West anymore.
they were out
Right.
Evansville, and I know how bad Evansville is. I used to do permits for people.
Yeah, but you're a piece of cake. Everything.
You have to get permits, you have to go, geez.
Different license contract.
Yeah, I hated it. I used to have to.
But
do
on the
it.
bright side of that, Dan, what you're saying is that these homes that have been coming up on foreclosure, they are selling back to contractors in this particular
Right.
case, several contractors. And they are calling ahead and asking what do they need to do before they just come in.
Mm-hmm.
That's like,
Yeah,
so,
You need to
you know,
get
the word,
reputation
you know, the
out
word
there.
has spread for whatever reason. And these are, you know, like one contractor's from Corbin. And, so he burnt my phone up prior to him buying the property. Cause he wanted to know, okay, what's involved.
And I think that's wonderful. I think that shows what you're doing. you know?
They've been Googling it. I asked, you know, like, how, why?
Well, Bruce has been around with us for
So that's
17
good.
years, ever since we.
Now Google knows that we need to read. You know what I mean? People.
Well,
It's
they
just
say,
such
well,
thing.
you've been keeping up on the web.
Yeah, but it's just, people assume because we're so small, we wouldn't do anything like that.
And you know, too, Jennifer, Bruce has been around about 18 years since we incorporated. He said at the very start, he said it's gonna take time, but when you set it out there, if you have certain expectations, they rise to those expectations or they leave. And he says, that's what you want, you know? And after a while, Randy's job will be real easy because.
Well, I know we have
It's been a while, we still working, right?
I know we have a new young couple building a house in town that they're very
Well,
excited to be here.
And then there's another one that just sold, another lot just sold, right, Randy's? Another lot, but then there's a young lady just bought a house over here, and she's redoing it.
Oh, yeah, I know, I love her.
And it's,
I know her.
and I think that's good, so that's 3, I mean, the amount of baby carriages and stuff you see is just unbelievable anymore.
That's why we need sidewalks.
That's,
Yeah.
well, that's what, you've been
We're
working
getting
on
them,
that.
we're getting them.
Does anybody have anything else? If not, do I make a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion, we go to the house.
Okay, have a second?
One second.
Okay, thanks, everybody. So anyway, when I, yeah, you- okay, so